Alright, hello people, we are back again with another Battlefront 2 video. On the last video, you guys really liked it. I think it had the most views out of all of my videos so far, so I think I'm going to keep going with this content. I think you guys like it, and if you don't, you can obviously leave a comment or, like it or give it a dislike, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of make another video going over what tips and tricks you can use to kind of do better when it comes to actually playing multiplayer, playing the co-op missions, or even just playing the single-player campaigns, because those all are not necessarily difficult, but you want to be good at them just because they're much better once you have a good idea of what to expect. So we're going to go with the Assault class first. We have the Assault Training card, which is going to give us a small amount of health for each kill we get. And then we're going to get Bodyguard. And this is pretty common when it comes to a lot of the different class types, so we're definitely going to be equipping that for this one. And then we're also going to be giving the Assault class the improved Thermal Detonator, which is basically just like a better version of the grenade. Alright, and then we're going to go back, and then we're going to take a look at our weapon. Our weapon, I'd say, in my opinion, I think the best thing to do is to put the stock. You could also put the improved range, but I would mostly put the reduced recoil, which is what the stock is, and then you can have a dual zoom, but that's up to you guys. But I would definitely go with this weapon because it's just been best for me, so I would recommend that highly. Next, we're going to the heavies. We're going to be having, again, Bodyguard as one of our equipped cards, and the same thing, kind of like with an improved impact grenade, and so that's just going to help us kind of get more kills, with every throw that we get. And then with the supercharged sentry, that will allow us to kind of spray a bunch of enemies with just a bunch of, I guess, bullets or lasers, whatever you want to call them, and then that should hopefully get us to, get more kills and things. The description just says a supercharged version of Sentry with a small explosive blast added to each shot. And so then, because of that, you're going to be getting a lot more kills. Oh, and let me go to the weapon. The weapon I used in this one was just the second one, and I would use the reduced recoil just like in the last weapon that I showed, and the improved zoom. Alright, and then moving on, we have the Officer, which is my favorite class. You can tell I'm at 110. Again, we have the Bodyguard as one of our cards. Another thing I like is the improved flash grenade, which again does a small amount of damage, but because of the blast radius and because of its use, I find it very effective. And with the improved battle command, it basically gives myself health regeneration as well as the people around me who are within the radius, and then it also gives me a lot of battle points. So I would highly recommend this one, or if you're not going to go with the improved battle command, you can use the blast command, and that one basically just gives you infinite kind of cooldown ability, so you don't have to reload your guns or anything like that. So very, very nice. And then if you want to switch out the your turret with the disruptor, it is really, really good for obviously disrupting enemies and just kind of catching them off guard so that you can kill them. So very, very useful tool. This is by far my favorite class. And then my least favorite class is definitely the Specialist. You can tell I'm at level 21, but that's okay, because in this I have, again, the Bodyguard, I guess the card, because it would, and the reason why I have so many Bodyguard cards is because it helps to reduce damage, which ultimately reduces the amount of, I guess, hits needed to die. And so the less you die, the more battle points you can get, the more kills you can get. And basically, I basically would prefer this card over something like the Survivalist, because it's not about necessarily improving your chances at life, it's just reducing the amount of times that you can die. So definitely pick up the Bodyguard card, level it up to the purple level, and then I also went with the personal shield on this one. I liked it a lot because that's just, basically it just replaces your thermal binoculars, and I just think it's a better equipped card for the specialist, and as well as the improved shot grenades, so definitely pick that up. With the equipped weapons, I just have the first one. I don't have any of the other ones unlocked yet. I just never play with this specialist, unfortunately. And then, when it comes to the heroes and villains, I'm going to make a whole separate video on them because there are a lot and I want to cover them in a separate video so that way this video is not too long. And so moving on, we have the Enforcer, which is, I think, one of my favorites. For this one, I do have Survivalist, and I have Enforcer Training as well as Battle Hardened, and these all basically affect the way that I get health. So with the Survivalist, I have a faster health regen. For the Enforcer, I have health on elimination, similar to the Assault class. And then for Battle Hardened, it just increases my maximum health. Very, very effective and very, very helpful, so definitely pick those up if you ever are playing the Enforcer. For the Aerial, I would say to go with the Aerial Training, which again is similar to the training that you would get with like the Enforcer, where you get health on eliminations. That's definitely helpful. Same thing, Battle Hardened, you want to get as much health as possible, so definitely pick that up. And then same thing as like the Survivalist, you just get much more health regeneration per second as with the Aerial, I guess with this Aerial Training card, and so I would definitely pick that up as well. For Infiltrator, I don't necessarily have a great way to put this, but I would definitely say get the Stalker card, get the Evasion card, and then get the Desperation card, because that's just going to help you basically survive in multiplayer rounds, and I think it's pretty nice altogether, and it's basically just gonna help you get more kills and basically, I guess, infiltrate, if you want to think of it that way. So definitely pick up those cards if you're interested. And with the armor, I guess, with all these are just different vehicles. So for the armor cards, I would definitely grab the improved weapon systems, which increases the damage of all middle abilities for the armor class by 40% if you level it up all the way. I would go with the fast recharge, which reduces the recharge time for the right ability of the armor class, and usually, depending on what vehicle you're using, I believe if you're using this class as the Galactic Empire, you should be, I think it's an ATST, so you'll be in this, and then you'll have, obviously, your abilities enhanced because of these two cards. This one just gives you basically like a stronger structure, I guess you can say. It's called Reinforced Hull, and which gives you an increased total amount of health by 20% if you level it up. And so that's all I have for the armor. Next, the speeder. I don't really have anything for this one. This one's kind of up to you because there's not a lot of game modes that use the speeder, or even the artillery for that matter. You'll definitely be using the armor class a lot more often. But if I do ever figure out which of these classes have the best cards, or which cards are the best ones to use, I will definitely let you guys know. And next, with the fighter class, which basically this is what you'll be using if you ever go and do like any space battles or anything like that. And so when we look at the cards, we have the fighter weapon systems. Next we have the advanced torpedoes, and then the reinforced hull. So then I'm just going to go over what these are quickly. So this one improves the fighter's weapon system abilities by, well, I have it only unlocked to 10%, but it goes up to 20%. The advanced torpedoes increases torpedo damage. Again, mine's only at 10%, but it can go up to 40%. And next, the reinforced hull can get up to 20%, but right now I only have it at 10%. It basically just increases your total amount of health, so pretty useful for that class. I don't ever use the interceptor or the bomber necessarily, but if you guys want, I can make another video going over like which cards you should go through if I ever level this up enough. I'm still working on the fighter and getting that up to max level, because I think for this one I need to be, I think it's like level 25 or something like that. So Anyways, yeah, so this is what we have for the classes. In total, there are, if I'm counting correctly, 4, 7, 10. So there are 13 different classes. So just, yeah, leave a like and comment down below if you want me to kind of go over some more speeder or like interceptor or bomber. I'll try to level those up if possible. But until then, have a good one, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.